and in respect to service to humanity. You might be asking, communication. I've heard that every day and keep hearing about that every day. But what exactly is communication? Well, permit me to say that without communication, there can be mutual coexistence. In the sense that communication, simply put, is the process of being able to pass information from one person to the other, or from one person to the people. It can be verbal, it can be non-verbal, it can be written, it can be visual. There are several forms of communication. According to Ben Daskin, he says that communication is like oxygen to every relationship. And where there is no communication in a relationship, it dies. That is in the perspective when you want to look at relationship between me and this man as my friend, or me and my wife, or him and his wife. If there is no proper communication between you people, there will be issues in the relationship. So communication is essential. And there are other schools of thought that tend to, if for example, the government decides to pick 1 or 2, 3 persons to train them in different cadres of life, say HSC, Marine, security, and all that. By training these people, you are giving them an opportunity to be able to compete favorably in the labor market, especially with regards to what you're training them into. But if you neglect that this aspect of capacity building, you see that you have a form of underperformance in the society. For example, 27 is coming to Bonny. They might need more of craftsmen, they might need more of welders and all that. If the people in Bonny or people around here are not very much trained in these manpower that they need, by the time they come, they might want to be employing labor from outside Bonny, which will be detrimental to the people of Bonny. But if they need 20 welders, and Bonny has 18 welders already waiting, that communication has different types. You don't just get up and say communication. What form of communication do you know? What form of communication can you indulge in to pass your message to people? We have the verbal communication. The verbal communication is the one-on-one mouth-to-mouth communication, whereby I speak and you hear me, and you speak and I hear you, and we understand and make progress. But in the verbal communication, we also have some form of verbal communication. It has to do with the intrapersonal verbal communication, the interpersonal communication, and the small group communication and the public communication. I'm just going to touchline them in bits. The intrapersonal communication is the communication which happens between or within you as an individual. It's more like saying soliloquizing. That is you talking to yourself. There are times you sit down and